Welcome back to Meera Codes. In our previous video, we learned about the fields and the methods. Today, let's understand another important concept in a Java is a data types. We will see what data types are, why we need them, and the different types of data types in Java. Let's get started. Let's first understand what a data type is. A data type tells Java what kind of value a variable can store. For example, if I want to store a person's age, we'll store a number. If we want to store a person's name, we will store the text, right? And similarly, if we want to store whether a student has passed or a failed, we will store either true or a false. That is a Boolean value. So before creating any variable, we first decide what type of data it will hold. Okay. Here is an example. I have created a class called as a student. Inside this class, we have a field named as a age. The data type of age is a int, which means it stores whole numbers. Okay, and I have assigned the value 25 to the variable age. Okay, here you can see in this diagram, age age is the variable. Okay, and the 25 is the value that is stored in this variable. Okay, since 25 is a whole number, we used the int data type, right? Here I have created like this is the main class, and main method is that I have created the object of the class student. Then I have accessed the field called as an age with the help of the reference variable s.age. When I print this, I'll be getting the output as a 25. Okay. Don't worry if you don't understand the objects or the main method yet. We will learn those concepts in detail in upcoming videos. So now the question is like, why do we need the data types? Java needs to know what kind of data we are storing so it can be processed correctly. For example, if we store a whole number, a Java treats it as a number. If I store a text, then Java treats it as a text. That is why choosing the correct data type is important. Here I have added few points like it helps the Java to understand the type of the data, it stores the values correctly, and it performs the appropriate operations on the data. And we have the two types of data types, that is one is a primitive type and second one is a non-primitive type. Okay, let's see the primitive data types. We have totally 8 primitive data types, that is byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and a boolean. Okay, so these are the basic built-in data types provided by the Java, and they store the simple values. And we will understand these each one of them one by one with the examples in our upcoming videos. Next one, we have a non-primitive data types. So these are used to store the complex data. Some like examples are the string, arrays, classes, and interfaces. Okay, for example, if I want to store the person's name, we use the string data type. Then what is the difference between the primitive and the non-primitive? So the primitive data type stores the simple values like a numbers, characters, true or false. Non-primitive data types are used to store the more complex data types like a string, arrays, and the object. So we will learn these concepts more in detail as we progress through the Java series. Okay. So in this video, we learned what data types are, why they are important, and two categories of the data types, that is primitive and the non-primitive. In the next video, we will start with the primitive data type and understand each one with an example. So thank you for watching. Follow Meera Code for more beginner-friendly Java tutorials. See you in the next video.